Hey everyone, so I am excited to do this video. Well, I'm excited, I'm tormented, I am not sure. I've been changing my mind, but this is the tag video of your top 10 all-time scents in wax that Alexis started, and Steph from the Scented Gemini, she tagged me, was it this past weekend roughly? So it took a while for me to kind of be like, okay, think through what I have. Like, I think there were a handful of scents like that came to mind automatically for me. Like, I was like, okay, these are favorites. These are scents I have purchased over and over again. And so that wasn't hard, but narrowing it down to just 10 was difficult. I think when as I was thinking about it, I was able to think, okay, I like that scent, but I haven't really melted a lot of it. So when it actually came time for me to pull the wax, I had 15 items, different scents from different vendors. So I had to eliminate some. I'm down to 12. As I do this video, we'll see if I decide to take 2 out or just keep kind of 2 in. Now, I don't think there were any rules around this other than your top 10. Yeah, I don't think there were any other rules. So I kind of put my own rules in place as I thought about how would I narrow down to what my top scents are, because I've been melting wax for, it'll be 11 years come this fall, and that's a long time. And my scent preferences have changed significantly over that amount of time. So what I would have said were my favorite scents, 10 years ago is different from 5 years ago and different from today. And honestly, in like 6 months, it could be different, or in a year, it could be different. So the way I approached it is I told myself it had to be a scent that I've melted. I mean, you'd think that'd be obvious, right? But that I've melted and repurchased. So it's something that I've purchased multiple times. It also needed to be in my collection. If I didn't have it in my collection, then I felt like if I didn't have something to show you, so that was another category. So there are scents that would possibly be in this video if I had it in my collection. I might talk about a few of them at the end. We'll see. We'll kind of see how it goes. And so that was kind of the rules I put on myself. The other things, I think what made this difficult was I had this inclination to be like, I need to pick scents from every vendor. Not every vendor, but my favorite vendors. I have favorite vendors that I melt from on a regular basis that are not in here. And it might just be that like in the past they were harder to order from, or my scent preferences have changed and I haven't like reordered scents from them. So I had to get rid of that idea that I need to have all my favorite vendors in here. And so that was like one thing I know that I was like struggling with. And then the other thing was these don't have to be new or unique. Well, of course they're probably not new if you're like buying them multiple times or buying them over again. So although I do have some fairly new to me scents in here, I will say, but I needed to get over the idea that they had to be unique or special or something that, was just like an intriguing scent. Like some of these are like pretty basic, but I think some of them you guys would expect to see from me if you've been watching me for a while. So I'll go ahead and jump in. And the other thing I'm going to say, well, maybe I'll touch on that when I actually get into it. So this is in no particular order. What was on the top of my pile, because I forgot to grab this one and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to include this. So this is Lavender and Speckles Strawberry Musk. This is one of those that is a newer to me scent, but that I have fallen in love with. And as I sit here today, this is a scent that I say I will always need to have in my collection. I finished one large bag from her. This is the second one I purchased, and I have a loaf in my collection, and I'm already thinking, okay, that's not enough. When Beth opens again, I need to get more. So this is Strawberry Pound Cake and Iced Vanilla Woods. And I got it because so many people have been talking about it, and you guys know I love strawberry. I love strawberry pound cake. Anyhow, so this I had to include because I absolutely love it. It is a strong performer for me. It's like a powerhouse. It lasts like all day. And it's just a beautiful kind of, the Ice Vanilla Woods is like a bit of a masculine note, the woodsy masculine with just that sweet bakery strawberry pound cake. So this is why I include this one in there. Strawberry Musk from Lavender and Speckles. It's an absolute favorite, and I think I will keep purchasing it. Okay, this is an oldie, and this, unfortunately, this vendor is no longer in business, but I do want to talk about this one because it is an all-time favorite. And I have been making efforts for about the last year or so to find a vendor that I can buy this scent from. So this is Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies from Candles from the Keeping Room. So Candles from the Keeping Room is closed. I probably have maybe 3 or 4 bags of this. Anytime I bought from her, if she had this available, I would buy it regardless of the season because I love the scent so much. I don't have the scent notes written on here. I go through phases where sometimes I add them, sometimes I don't. But this is plum, oranges, and I feel like there's another fruity note. The orange you don't really smell. It's plum, something else, orange, and like peppery woods. This smells like, to me, you get mostly the plum. It's like a dark, deep, sweet plum with a woodsy note. So it definitely leans kind of Christmas, but I honestly melt this. I melt this year round because it's so fantastic. And so I have bought scents from different vendors that have had the scent notes related to this. And so like Teddy Bees has a blend with this scent in it, but she has other scent notes in it, so other like oils in it, so it leans a little bit more fresh. I bought a loaf from Southbound that I'm actually going to talk about in my Should You Melt This video that I'm going to record next, that actually is like spot on to this, that I love. I just melted it for the first time yesterday and I absolutely love it. The Bathing Garden has a scent that's this with like strawberry and cookies or something like that. And I also ordered some of this from Glitterati in my customs. But the one from Glitterati doesn't quite throw as well as this one. So I'm working with another vendor right now to see if she can start pouring the scent. I actually reached out to Carol from Candles from the Keeping Room and asked her who her fragrance oil company was and if she would mind sharing it with me so I could share it with the vendor to make it. And she gave me the company's name, so I was like super excited. Like that was just today. So Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. If you love plum and you love woodsy scents, you have to try this. You have to try it. It is fantastic. Yes, I realize you cannot get it from Candles from the Keeping Room anymore, but here, I'm gonna show you guys right now. From Southbound, it's called Winter Palace, and it's blended with pink sugar, but it is predominantly the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. I will, if you are interested in knowing the other scents that are from the other vendors that have this, just comment below and I'll add them below. But this is, I started buying this from Carol like years ago, and I've just always loved this one. So this is forever going to be one that I'm gonna need from different vendors or whatever. Like I just absolutely love this scent. Okay, then I'm gonna do L3. Yes, another vendor, she's closing. So I'm sad about that. So strawberry, you guys know I'm a strawberry lover. I love strawberry. I love even more so strawberry bakery. I picked L3 because my original love for strawberry and strawberry bakery was Candles from the Keeping Room, which I have a ton of, but I didn't want to pull that from Candles from the Keeping Room because I will say it was specifically Candles from the Keeping Room fresh picked strawberry that I absolutely loved. Well then, and then different vendors have found that same oil. L3 has the same, her fresh picked strawberries is the same as what Candles from the Keeping Room had. So I've been obsessed with L3's fresh picked strawberry in different blends. Now there's not like one blend I will say that's like my absolute favorite. As long as it's like her fresh picked strawberry with some bakery notes, that's what I love. Like either zucchini or strawberry pound cake or sugar cakes or whatever. But I tend to like it the most with like bread or zucchini bread. So the one I picked, but as long as it's like a variation of this, like it's what I love. This is fresh picked strawberries, strawberry pound cake, and strawberry bread. So you get those bready notes and it just makes it like such an edible scent. So I've been stocking up. Oh my God, on these scents. And it's definitely heaviest on the strawberry, and the bread is kind of in the background. If you like a little bit more bakery note or zucchini bread, you should get her like strawberry zucchini bread or whatever, or just get the strawberry bread. So good though. So now my next quest when L3 is going to be closed is to find another vendor that has the strawberry. So Dessa's has the same fresh picked strawberry, so she's probably going to be one that I rely on to get my fix of fresh picked strawberry with bread. And I have some from her in different formats and stuff. Salt Mountain Melts, a scent I got from her recently. I think she has the same fresh picked strawberry. So it's out there, but like fresh picked strawberry with bread, and it's like this specific fresh picked strawberry, like that is my like absolute favorite. And so I've been really stocking up on the scent from L3, so at least it'll last me a while. So those are my absolute favorites. The other one from L3 is Lavender Don't Cross Streams. I did this as a custom blend back in early 2021. I don't know if anyone ever has blended these scents together from her. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did, but I was newer to L3, and when I did my custom, I was looking for a lavender with like a vanilla with a little bit of bakery. So her Don't Cross Streams is a vanilla bakery. Are the scent notes on here? Yeah, it's adipose, which is a marshmallow, vanilla cookies, vanilla wafer, vanilla ice cream. I love this one so much, so much. So I also like kind of a second one. It's not here, but Dreamweaver is really good too, but Dreamweaver is a little bit heavier on the bread note. And so I prefer this one a little bit more over Dreamweaver because this one is a little bit heavier on the lavender. Her lavender is an herbal lavender, and it just gets sweetened up by the Don't Cross Streams with a little bit of that like vanilla, but it's not overly bready. It's not really bready at all. So I have 2 of these loaves right now. And since I'm coming up on L3's customs, I'm probably going to get like 2 or 3 more because I've gone through several loaves of these already, as well as scoops of this. So, and then I am on the hunt, just like the fresh picked strawberry and just like the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. I'm on the hunt to find a vendor that has the lavender that I love that I can replace L3 with. So my video is a little different than probably kind of how other people have done it, because some of my all-time favorite scents I'm not going to be able to get, or I'm not able to get right now, and I'm having to figure out like where can I get those from. Okay, I'm going to move on to Second and Spruce. So Second and Spruce is a newer vendor to me, a newer vendor in the community as well. I only started buying from her late last year, but I have 2 favorite scents already from her. There are other absolute favorites, and that's the other thing, is just because a vendor isn't maybe in this video, or just because I don't mention a scent, does not mean it's not a favorite. It's just when you're trying to get down to your top 10, I'm technically doing my top 12, it's hard. So from Second and Spruce, I grabbed Coconut Milk and Cookies. Now technically, I will say probably broke one of my own rules. It's not, I mean, Coconut Milk and Cookie is fantastic, but it's her Milk and Cookies blend specifically that is phenomenal to me. It is, for a Milk and Cookies blend, it is such a strong performer. I only got a small size of it in her pre-order last year, and I melted through it like super fast. And so now when she comes out with Milk and Cookies, or Coconut Milk and Cookies, or her Peppermint Milk and Cookies, it's like a favorite of mine. So I will get like all 3 of those, or any Milk and Cookies blend. She should do a Milk and Cookies sampler, like lavender Milk and Cookies. If she can do like an herbal lavender with her Milk and Cookies, or like strawberry Milk and Cookies, like Erica, can we do a Milk and Cookies sampler, please? Anyhow, so her Milk and Cookies is by far a favorite. I grabbed Coconut Milk and Cookies because it has the Milk and Cookies in there. How many more times can I say Milk and Cookies? But anyhow, so Second and Spruce, Milk and Cookies. Okay, the other one, I think I got it in her pre-order, not this particular one, but I purchased this in her pre-order, the scent in her pre-order last year, and then I got this in her ready to ship, I think. This is Holiday Market, Fraser Fir, caramel apple cider, and a hint of cinnamon and sugar. Holy moly, this scent. So I melted through the mini loaf that I got in her pre-order last year like so fast. This is just like the most beautiful, like outdoor Christmas. I mean, what is it called? Holiday market? It smells just like a holiday market. You get all the aromas, like as if you are outdoors walking through some kind of a Christmas market where you have spices, like you have the like cinnamon wreaths or cinnamon brooms. It's not strong cinnamon, it's just like you're getting that aroma of it. And you have fresh Christmas trees, and you have apple cider, like, you know, steaming in a pot. It's just like quintessential Christmas. I love this one so much. It's like a powerhouse scent. And this one leans very strong Christmas to me. Like, I'm a mood melter in the sense that I'll melt whatever I feel like, but my mood tends to lean a little bit towards kind of the season or the weather. But I will pull out kind of Christmas tree type scents throughout the year. But this one is such a like distinct Christmas scent that I don't know that I would melt this throughout the year, but this is one that I want to have to be able to melt every December, like hands down. So Second and Spruce Holiday Market. Okay, so then let's see, Dessa's. I have one from Dessa's. Now there are so many blends from Dessa's that I love. She is fantastic for fall and winter scents, fall, Christmas, winter. Her Christmas tree scent, or her, yeah, like any of her like Christmas tree type scents are so phenomenal, so strong. So this one that I think has been my favorite, that I purchase every time she has it available when I place an order. I've skipped out on orders and openings she's had over the years, and I always regret it. But anytime I place an order and she has this available, I get it. This is Believe. This is cinnamon rolls, vanilla frosting, sugar cookies, and Christmas tree. Her Christmas tree. Okay, so this is like her. Okay, so let me form some words that will make sense. Her Christmas tree is very strong in this. It's a very strong Christmas tree note. You have to love Christmas tree. And it is like, it kind of reminds me of like the sap a little bit off of a fresh cut tree, or if you like took a pine needle off of a Christmas tree and kind of broke it and rubbed it in between your fingers or your nails. It is so fantastic, but there is a fresh air quality to it. It's not the same as like Pacific Northwest Winter from Teddy Bees, or what's that one from L3 that's really popular. It's not quite as like outdoorsy as those, but if you like if I can think of it from L3, I'll try and put it below. But like if you like Pacific Northwest Winter from Teddy Bees, I think you would like Dessa's tree scents. Now you take that and you mix that with cinnamon rolls. You definitely get the cinnamon in this, so you have to like cinnamon, but it is like a bakery, it's like a cinnamon roll, okay? Like with fresh cinnamon sprinkled on top. The vanilla frosting just sweetens it up. Sugar cookie, I think, just sweetens it up. I feel like I get mostly the cinnamon rolls, the Christmas tree, and maybe a little bit of that vanilla frosting. This scent is a powerhouse, and I love it so much. Love it so much. So I purchased this late last year. I had another package of this that I melted last Christmas, and then this one will be for this Christmas. But I was trying to be good this year and not order from Dessa's this year, but I'm probably gonna have to place at least a small order when she opens again, to just pick up a few of like my favorites, which this will probably be one of them because I love that one so much. Okay, the Bathing Garden. So this is one that I discovered from the Bathing Garden maybe a few years ago. This is a French country Christmas, and I don't have the scent notes on this one, but it's Christmas tree. I don't remember if she says Christmas tree, but the scent note's basically a Christmas tree scent with, I think it's French vanilla. It is, and I have repurchased this several times. I've had it in a couple small clams, and this is my second like large clam from her. And it is like it's like a softer, so like Dessa's Christmas tree is like in your face, super strong. You gotta love tree. This one, I mean, you still have to love tree with this one, but this one is way more subtle. It's just a softer, I think she calls it balsam actually. It's just a softer, gentler tree note. with that French vanilla just gives it, softens it a bit. So this is so pretty. And this is more of like a background scent. It performs well, but it's just not as in your face, and it's a much gentler tree scent. But I absolutely love it. I almost duped it with L3, but this is a scent I will forever buy from the Bathing Garden because I love it so much. So a French Country Christmas. You guys see I love my Christmas scents, and it doesn't stop there. Okay, so Teddy Bees. So Teddy Bees, I have so many scents from Teddy Bees that I haven't even melted yet. Like if this was based on cold sniff, there would be like so many more, right? But based on scents that I've warmed and repurchased, right? Warmed and repurchased. One of my favorite like bakery scents from Teddy Bees is Creep Show. This is pumpkin sugar donuts, marshmallow fireside, sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice. This to me is dominant on the pumpkin sugar donuts, but it's like a creamy bakery, slightly more spiced version of a pumpkin sugar donuts, but it doesn't have that like fried note. And on cold, it smells good, but on warm, this scent is so amazing. I've melted like not quite half of this, but it's powerhouse performer, so strong. And this I feel like you can melt year round. It's just a decadent bakery. Like for me, if I lived in a house where I didn't have AC, I probably wouldn't want to melt it in the summer, but with your air conditioning on, oh my gosh, it smells so amazing. Yeah, so in her current pre-order that's outstanding, I have 2 more loaves of this coming because I love it so much, and it does take a while for her to bring it back. Like this one is from 2022, and I don't know that she's brought it back since then, like until this most recent pre-order. So Creep Show, absolute favorite. Then there's 2 that one is new to Teddy Bees, newish to Teddy Bees. The other one I think she's had, it's just newer to me. But this one here is sugared chestnuts and apple butter. I got this in her pre-order late last year. I melted a whole tub of this in December. Fantastic performer, just such an amazing, like sweet apple bakery. But it's not super appley. It's like a baked apple, but with like the butter and like a crumb top and like a little bit of the cinnamon, and it's so authentic. It smells edible. So I finished a whole tub, and then I got a loaf in her RTS, and then she brought it back in her January pre-order, and I got another loaf of it. So I have 2 loaves. And even then, like, I'm afraid I'll melt to loaf, but then the other one I'll probably hoard until she brings it back again. Although this one was so popular, I imagine she'll probably bring this back in her maybe last opening of the year, hopefully. But I absolutely love this one. It's so fantastic. And then the other one from Teddy Bees is Holiday. And this is the scent of wreaths hanging, cookies baking, winter garland, and a warm fireplace. I think this is a single scent oil, only because I've smelled this scent now from 2 other vendors, I think. I like Teddy Bees the best though. It is such a beautiful Christmas scent. Again, this is it has a Christmas tree note in it, but it's not like it talks about wreaths hanging. It is more of a subtle, again, like kind of tree note. And it has that sweetness. It has that like, doesn't have like fireplace. Yeah, warm fireplace, but it's very, very warm. It's not smoky. And it's just beautiful. And so same thing with this one as the sugar chestnuts and apple butter. I got a tub of it in her last opening last year, her last pre-order last year, and I melted through it. And I got a loaf in her RTS, but I only have this 1 loaf. So I'm hoping this is another one she brings back this fall winter pre-order that she does, because I would want to get a couple more loaves of this. Okay, my very last one. I feel like I've made this like a long video. This is not I think what we would traditionally call a vendor, but I also wouldn't consider this retail, because this, based on their website, they are a family-owned business, but they do sell like some of their wax through retail locations. So I can find it here. I've seen it like in gift shops, and we have like an Outdoor World. Is it called Outdoor World? Yeah, where I've seen their wax, but it seems like they have the older scents when you find them in retail locations. But this is from Swan Creek Candle Co. Italian Countryside. I know I've talked about it in one of my Should You Melt This videos. I actually have like 2 hauls from them that I never got uploaded for some reason. I have one on my phone, so I'm gonna try and get that uploaded soon. If it doesn't happen to be uploaded before this one, it might be. But Italian Countryside, I don't have the scent notes. It's basically like a rosemary focaccia with, it says something like a fresh baked rosemary focaccia with like Italian herbs and sea salt or something like that. I did not, like, I remember when I made a recent order from them, like earlier this year, I saw it and I thought, ooh, that sounds interesting, but I wasn't sure about the herbs, so I passed on it. But then in that order, they sent like the little things you can hang from your rearview mirror in your car that will freshen, like give off scent for your car, like a car freshener. And they sent me one in this scent, and I opened it and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So I bought a clam. I loved the clam when I melted it, so I bought 4 more clams. Now I've given away one of my clams to a friend, and I am inclined to go buy 4 more, because the other thing is their wax that they have on their website is very seasonal. So once the season goes, they take it down, and then you have to hope it comes back. Most of their stuff does come back each year that I've seen, at least my favorites generally have, but if it's not a favorite, it may not come back. So like, I'm tempted to go order several more of these, but this is just the most amazing rosemary bread that I've ever smelled. And on warm, like, you can get the salt on the bread. So it's not like the focaccia is baking in the oven. So, you know, if you've had focaccia, you think about it, it's like that kind of thick, fluffy bread, right? And then there's usually a little bit of oil on, like, brushed on the top, and there's salt sprinkled on it, and it's like the like fresh rosemary like sprigs. It smells like that had just finished baking in the oven and someone took it out and set it on the countertop. It smells so authentic, and you smell the salt in this. So if you like bread scents, and if you like the way rosemary, legit rosemary smells, or like if you love, like, I love rosemary crackers, rosemary bread. If you love rosemary bread, you need to try this. Oh my God, it smells so good. It's beautiful. I convinced Natalie to buy some. I sent one to my friend Kim. Natalie said, I don't think she's talked about it in a video yet, but she like said she loves it, and I'm hoping she does when she warms it. You know, whenever you recommend something to someone, you hope they end up liking it. On cold, I know she loves it. But anyhow, this is one that I would like cry if they ever stop carrying. So anyhow, that's technically my top 12. So I know I didn't cut it down. I don't know how interesting any of these are to you guys, because I have at least a couple in here that are single scent oils that are, and then I think like a lot of them, well, a few of them I really did more of. This is like a favorite scent of mine, like a scent oil that I want in certain types of blends or whatever. So anyhow, but these are the scents I love, you know. Now for tagging people, I don't know who all has been tagged. I meant to look that up. So I'm gonna need to look at that. Who am I gonna tag? I went and literally looked at a couple of videos to see who was tagged. But okay, so I think I'm gonna tag, and I don't think these people have been tagged yet. I'm gonna tag Lacey from Morrison Blue, Lexi from Two Quick Wicks, Candace, her channel name I think is just Candace, and then I don't think Susan has been tagged yet. She might have been, Susan Fitzpatrick. So I'll tag the 4 of them to make sure they, and by the time I get this uploaded, I'm gonna try and maybe I'll try to upload this one tonight so that it's up right away since I'm tagging people. But yeah, if you're not tagged and you wanna pick scents, definitely do it and post a video, and then like let me know so I can watch it. And if you don't make videos, but you'd like to let me know down below, like, what are your favorite scents? Like if you had to pick, maybe 10's a lot to list down below in a comment, but if you had to pick like your ride or die, can't live without scents. Like, what would you pick? Can you think of some offhand that are scents that you absolutely have to have? Yeah, so I think it's just exciting to see what people are choosing, where there's like similarities across people. You know, we all have our own scent preferences, and just because we pick a scent or don't pick a scent doesn't mean they're good or bad or whatever the case may be. So anyhow, thanks again to Stephanie at the Scented Gemini for tagging me, and to Alexis for getting this started. It's always fun to do a lot of videos of different kinds, not just haul videos all the time. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.